see you both. Thank you so much for your time.
Good to see you,
Hi.
Petey.
Yeah, good to see you. Long time no see, Justin.
Yeah.
You guys know each other.
Yeah, we just bumped into each other at a after.
Yeah, my film premiered as well, Peyton. I didn't have a chance to see you, but I was at the premiere. I was at the gala as well. I love this movie. Congratulations to both of you. Peyton, script to screen, right? Reading this, it's so much fun. It's got the nostalgia. It's got everything in there. What is that like? Kind of reading it, being like, oh my god, this is awesome, but then actually seeing it come to life on screen specifically.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the really exciting, fun parts about filmmaking and being a part of kind of that process is you get to see all the things that you love about a script, and then you see it come to life in certain things that don't end up there on screen, and things that weren't in the script that do end up there on screen. And so I think, you know, it was really special, especially with this project, because there is so much that's purely visual that, you know, written down in a script, you could never, you know, quite understand what it would look like or feel like to watch it. It was really fun getting to be a part of the creation of those visual pieces, and then seeing it come to life with, you know, some special effects and some music and some fun editing. And so I'm excited about it, and I'm excited for people to see it.
Absolutely. The nostalgic kind of component of this is amazing. It must have been so much fun kind of having those preliminary conversations about how it's going to look, how it's going to shock. Can you take us through that a bit, the nostalgic component of Carved, Justin?
Well, the whole idea of this was to create a film that felt like an instant classic. The idea was, you know, can we make a film that feels like it's always been there from like the late 90s or early 2000s? That's alongside some of your favorites. And part of the approach to capture that was to only rely on techniques that would have been used back then, and to try to do it with puppets and practical elements and all, you know, and keep it in camera as much as possible. At the end of the day, there's a lot of CGI that we did use to blend in. So it's a blend, but we tried to lean into practical as much as possible. Yeah, the idea, I mean, I love this genre. I love horror comedy. I love, you know, films like Gremlins and Tremors. Tremors I used to watch all the time as a kid, and you don't see a lot of those types of movies. And I collect 18-inch monster toys, and I've got this collection, and I always look up at it, and there's the creativity involved in creating these monsters is just so impressive. And I always think, you know, can we create a monster that's worthy of being like a maquette that can sit up next to Freddy Krueger and to these other, you know, monsters. And so that's the inspiration that just drove every decision.
I think in addition, like the nostalgia factor, even in, you know, the things we were saying and what we were wearing and all of that was so fun, because some of it I was reading, I was like, what does that even mean? And they had to explain to me like 90s slang stuff and Bryan Adams and all of this stuff.
Well, that's a good segue to my next question a little bit, Peyton, because so much happens before you go to camera on Carved, right? You're having the discussions with Justin and the cast, figuring everything out, the feel of it, going back in time for a role. So from a storytelling acting perspective, you could see it as two journeys, right? Before filming Carved and after filming Carved? Or does it feel like one big journey with multiple steps? I'm curious about that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it really does feel like one big process, you know, from the first time you read the script, or in Justin's case, from the first time you know, storyboard the idea or whatever, like it's one big long process to the day that the movie comes out, you know. And I think that's what's so fun, is that it's this very long, complicated, confusing, at times difficult process, but the more you're a part of, the more changes and iterations of the thing you get to see and feel like you had your mark on. So it was really special getting to be a part of, you know, several of those steps, and see how it really comes to life.
The walkie-talkie scenes are like my favorite thing of all time. Like Justin, you and Cheryl crushed that. Like, I can't wait for people to see.
Yeah, it's super fun. I don't want to give it too much away, but the way that he shoots those walkie-talkies is a game we used to play. But I've had family barbecues and stuff. That was part of a Target sort of like fun family game, and so I always wanted to put it into a film, and we found the perfect opportunity here.
Congratulations, you know, Chinese Theater Screen Fest tonight. Enjoy it, and then people are going to be able to see Carved on Hulu. So great chatting with you both. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.